I'm the kind of person who likes to better themselves, and so I thought, Bradley, why don't you learn Japanese? And so I have. I've learned the word Fujitsubo, which roughly translates to, I love this watch. Hey guys, I'm Bradley Hasemeyer. Welcome to the Watch Out. Now you already know, in this box right here is something very special. We're gonna get to the Fujitsubo in just a second, but I wanna let you know something. It's not just about the specs and the stats on this thing, it's about the history, the story in fact. And the story about how the Fujitsubo came to be is one of those that like watch geeks and watch nerds alike love to hear. In 1983, off the coast of Australia, g'day mate, a citizen challenge diver was discovered after being lost at sea for years and years. And when they found it, it was covered in barnacles. That's how long it had been at the bottom of the ocean. But guess what? Still worked. Unbelievable. What a testament to citizens' craftsmanship, right? The Japanese word for barnacle is Fujitsubo. So there you go. That's the connection right there. And Citizen has taken those style inspirations from the vintage timepiece, but they've updated it to make it stronger and better looking. Kind of like me after a cup of coffee. Or at least that's how I feel. Is that how you feel after coffee? So today, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna do a quick unboxing. I'm gonna give you some specs, and then I'm gonna put it in my hands and talk about what it feels like to wear it on the wrist and why I love this watch. Let's get to unboxing. Look at this, is just a really cool box to start with, but let's open this thing up and, ooh. I mean, the presentation of it automatically, there's so much detail. Let's get this thing out of here. Come on, red dive tank. Obviously, being the Fujitsubo, you've got this Australian outline here. You got the Promaster logo right here off the coast of the beach there. Oh, that looks really cool. Such a good looking dive tank. Now, a lot of times the dive tanks for the watches are gray. We've seen that in other Citizen watches in the past, but this one being part of that unique history, Citizen really wants to set it apart. And then, oh, there we go. That is such a good looking watch. Let's get it out of here. Come here, watch. Come here, Fujitsubo. I think this is gonna be my new favorite watch. The unidirectional bezel, the fact that it's got an automatic movement, this titanium. Getting ahead of myself, let's get to some specs. This is the NB6021-17E. It features a 41mm super titanium case. The sapphire crystal has a flat top and a domed underside with a beautiful beveled edge. It uses the 9051 automatic movement with a 42-hour power reserve, has a guardless crown, features a unidirectional dive bezel, is ISO compliant up to 200 meters, has luminous hands and markers, and a vintage-inspired PU band or a titanium bracelet. Of course, you know Citizen for their eco-drive technology, you know them for their 9051 movement, their quality and craftsmanship, and their unboxing, but you may not know the fact that they were the first watchmaker in the world to have a titanium watch. They were super innovators in that field, and they recognized the power of having titanium in a watch, light and strong, except they also found out something, that it can scratch really easily, and you don't want nicks all over your new watch, so they created an entire thing called Duratec, which is their own proprietary coating. Yes, the titanium is strong, but now it's extra strong because it's got a coating that's scratch resistant. So they've thought of everything with this. Okay, so clearly from the specs alone, this thing is packed with features and technology, but let's just get things started with the way it feels. Obviously the size, 41mm case here, made out of this super titanium material with their proprietary Duratec coating. This beautiful bezel has a black gloss inlay, minute markers all the way from 12 down to 15, making sure you get real precise with your oxygen levels, if that's what you're using it for. I love the vintage inspired numbers, totally feels like something out of the 70s or 80s. That's part of that intentional throwback style, harkening back to the original diver. There's a lume dot at the 12 o'clock position, also fully lumed hands, and a lollipop that's loomed on the second hand. You see that going there. Obviously the automatic demarcation at the top, the lettering, letting you know that this is an automatic watch. It's got the Promaster logo down toward the 6 o'clock, so you know this is a tough. The crown's on the side here, and it is for not only setting the watch, you can wind it. This vintage inspired PU band is really nice. It's got a good stretch to it, but also nice and strong. Feels like it's gonna really last if you wear this over dive gloves. The back is interesting. The case back, a lot of times Citizen puts things on their case back, but this is fairly straightforward. It's got some of the information on the back as far as the movement, but a really nice place for an engraving maybe, for a gift, or even for yourself. Gift yourself. Even the pin and the buckle here are made out of that titanium material. All right, let's get this thing on. It's so light. So my hinge is floating, just floating with it. I forget that the watch is actually there, and I kind of like that. I don't know about you. I don't know if you want something chonky that everybody notices and that you are always, you know, your hand is dragging on the ground because it's so heavy, but I love how light this watch is, and it's super titanium, so it's 5 times stronger than steel, but with the Duratec coating, it's making it scratch resistant. So I just love the way this feels on my wrist. It's got the 2 loops, which is really helpful, of course, for maintaining that the strap stays down. So what about you? Are you going to Fujitsubo? You've got the super titanium, you've got the 41 millimeter, you've got, it's durable, it's strong, it's lightweight, but the history behind it, right? The story really takes that to the next level. That's everything you want. Of course, make sure you're following Citizen Watch US on social for up-to-the-minute watch drops and daily wrist inspiration. And if you have any questions about this watch or you want to learn a little bit more, make sure you head to Citizen's website. All right, I'm gonna take this thing back to Australia, you know, back to its roots. It could lead me there. Have a great day, and remember, enjoy your time. Oh, I need my coffee.